Tensions are high as the controversial Protection of Sovereignty Bill 2026 is due for the second and third reading in Parliament tomorrow. President Museveni has since clarified that the bill currently being debated was not the one he proposed in Cabinet, prompting calls from stakeholders to vehemently reject the draft, which, if adopted, will go down as one of Uganda's most contentious piece of legislation. After an intense public backlash from religious leaders, the World Bank, Bank of Uganda and civil society actors, among others, the Attorney General Kiryowa Kiwanuka last week tabled amendments which have also been strongly rejected by most stakeholders. Addressing journalists in Ntinda, a section of civil society members appealed to legislators in the 11th Parliament to reject and withdraw the Sovereignty Bill 2026 in its entirety, not to proceed with any amended version without fresh gazettement, a fresh certificate of financial implication and fresh consultations, to inquire into the President's concern that the bill may be different from the one initiated in Cabinet, to strengthen existing laws and institutions, and to respect Article 1 of the Constitution that sovereignty belongs to the people.
I've never seen such a widely controversial, rejected bill being rushed to be debated within 2 days. You people, the Parliament of Uganda has got 225 members, and you bring a bill that has been controversial and widely rejected. And the first day, people, and the third day, it passes. Members of Parliament, please. I know many of you are there. You want to pass it because you failed. Instead of retaining at least a little legacy, I want to call you members of Parliament. If you really stand and reject this bill, at least those who are going out will go with something. We shall say that at least, even if they failed in many things, at least they saved us and rejected the bill which was going to kill us and our nation.
Instead of reading from start, people maneuvered. And they say they have made changes. Which changes were not made public? And finally we hear that they are going to make a conclusion of it. In logic, we say, using President Museveni's reaction now, when the premise is false, and the statement that accompanies that premise is false, a conclusion cannot be true. It is with that background, therefore, that I think what is being done is not right legally.
The members of Parliament and tell them for once to have Uganda at heart and not only look at their selfish interests, their personality, but rather the people who gave them the mandate to be in Parliament and represent them.
All the content creators out there, this bill threatens you. All your revenue from YouTube, Spotify is directly threatened. I call all the artists, Eddie Kenzo, if you're intending to hold a collaboration, any new releases, this bill threatens your income. I ask you to take a stand against this bill.
Former Ethics Minister Miriam Matembe has asked line authorities to at least explain to Ugandans the crisis the bill is urgently trying to solve.
What is it that has threatened Uganda with such immediate destruction all of a sudden to call for enactment of a law which is more dangerous than protective to this nation? What is it, you people? You ask, let them tell us.
These rights defenders have clarified that issues about this bill are a concern to all Ugandans, regardless of political affiliation, and that they are hoping Uganda does not see similar riots that erupted in neighboring Kenya after their controversial 2023 finance bill.
You have over 18 clauses in the current sovereignty bill which have been amended, and yet there is no sufficient renewed public participation. Now, we don't want our nation to descend into Kenya. I have run for youth member of parliament in the year 2021, so I speak for a majority of young people who make 75% of this population of Uganda. And it was those young people who hit the streets to reject the fact that their voices were not considered when the finance bill of Kenya was being passed.
When sometimes we say some of these things, the short-sighted people who lack critical thinking, they will easily say, for you, you are anti-government. You don't support the regime. You don't support the NRM. This is not what we are talking about. We are talking about the survival of a Ugandan who we have seen has issues.
Juliet Nalwoga, NTV.